Hey everyone, welcome back to another Minecraft video. I hope that everybody is having an absolutely fantastic day. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to build an infinite villager breeder. And this one's actually super simple. Hopefully you guys saw it in the thumbnail. It's really easy. It doesn't take a lot of sources and a lot of resources to actually go ahead and build. But let's go ahead and dive right into it. Basically, everything on your screen currently is what you guys will go ahead and need in order to actually go ahead and build this villager breeder. Now, for whatever reason, it's saying, buckets of water. It's only water sources. Just go ahead and get a couple water sources in the area or 4 buckets of water. For whatever reason, it only says 3, but you do need 4 areas of water, just so you guys are well aware of that. And any light will work, and you don't necessarily need to make this out of glass if you don't want to. I like using glass, and I'll show you guys at the very end of the video why I like to actually go ahead and use it when we actually go ahead and transport the villagers out of the area that they're going to be holding in. So let's go ahead and get building this structure. So let's go ahead and start by building it 4 up in the air. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are going to be temporary blocks, and then you're going to go ahead and place a slab down. You can actually go ahead and break those. And then what you want to do is come off in each of the directions from that slab. You want to come off 4. So ultimately, what you're going to be making is a 9 by 9 area, and then go ahead and place your water in the center. And then go ahead and fill this entire area in as well. And this is what it should look like when you guys are finished making that 9 by 9 area. So go ahead and grab your hoe, and you want to till the entire land. And then you want to either grab your carrots or your potatoes, and then go ahead and place them on each of the squares as well. So go ahead and finish that up right now. Now that we have everything filled in with either carrots or potatoes, you guys can actually either go ahead and use bone meal in order to grow these up so that it will be easier to get your first villager, or you can actually have just a ton of these on hand. Whatever you guys are actually using in the farm, that's what I would have more in on hand, and I would give at least a couple stacks to each of the villagers that we're going to get into place. All you need to do is on the water source, go ahead and place a composter, and then any light source or any block with like a lantern or a torch on top. And that will be plenty of light in 1.18 in order to actually light this entire farm up. So that's all you guys need to go ahead and do for that. And then what you want to do is grab your glass or whatever you guys are going to be surrounding this farm in, and you want to go up to all the way around on only 3 of the sides, and then you leave whatever side completely blank for the time being. And this is what you guys should have so far. Now at this point in time, you're actually going to come in a couple more, just like this on both sides. If you want to fill in the sides, you can definitely go ahead and do that. It is not needed, but you guys can go ahead and do that if you would like. And you're actually going to want to extend it down just by 1. Again, you don't have to do this last side if you don't want to, so I'll just show that as an example. And then what you want to do is come out 4 from here. 2 of them are going to be temporary blocks. Maybe you want to delete those 2, and then you want to basically have a 2 by 5 area just like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and grab your beds, and you're just going to go ahead and place your 5 beds right down here. It does not matter what color they are. You're going to go ahead and grab your trapdoors, and you're going to place them on the dirt right in front of you, and then go ahead and open those up. And then you also need to do them on the glass or whatever you're building on as well, and then go ahead and open up all of those. Now you want to extend this out by 1 so that no villagers can actually go ahead and escape from your chamber. And then you want to actually bring that all the way down the ground on all of these sides, just like this, including 2 here and then 2 there on the front. You want to leave the center one open, and we'll get to that here in just a moment while we're actually doing that. Kind of fill that in just like this. And we got 2 more to do right here in the front. Got the 2 more right here. Now, if you guys want to replace the floor with something else like slabs or stone or whatever you guys want to go ahead, you guys can definitely go ahead and do that. But I'm not going to do that here in today's tutorial. Then what you want to do is go ahead and place a water source there, and also a water source in that corner as well. So it's going to kind of flow this way. Now you want to extend this by 2, build it up a couple for the time being. You're going to use 1 temporary block, then you're going to come up in the middle, and you can actually break that temporary block right there. And then this is where your first sign will actually go ahead and go. So we'll go ahead and place that right there. And then you want to bring this all the way up to the top and this one all the way up to the top. So you have this one will be empty, this one will be empty, and the other side will be empty as well. If you want to put one, if you want to fill that in completely with glass, you are more than welcome to go ahead and do that. You want to now you want to place a slab right here, and then you're going to go ahead and just kind of surround that slab, and you want to go up too high. On the too high one facing with the slab, you want to go ahead and place another sign right there. Then we're going to come back to that in just a moment. This needs to go all the way up to the ceiling. And then what you want to do is this goes all the way up to the ceiling. And now you want to create a 3x5 platform. We're going to do, that's 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to extend this. And then I recommend that you guys go ahead and at least surround it with one so that none of the villagers will get out. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem here in just a second. But I do recommend that you guys actually go ahead and go too high. So that way, if any skeletons, just in case you didn't light up the area well enough, or zombies, none of them will be able to see your villagers because your villagers will be able to see out. But if you surround it completely with glass, then nothing can see them and they can't see anything as well. Now what you're going to want to do is when that's done, you're going to want to break this block and then go ahead and place in your water source, or you can get into the farm if you would like. And you're going to place the block of water source right there. Then you can go ahead and refill that in. And what that's going to do is you're going to have one on the side, a sign right above the sign, and this one's going to hold it back from flowing back that way. And that's going to push all the villagers that grow up over into this corner right there. So now what we need to do is do the last thing, which is going to be right here. We need to put a line of trapdoors. Trapdoors seem to be the best, and that way that will prevent any of the villagers, the adult villagers, from getting over to the beds. They'll see the beds, but they won't be able to access them. So before it becomes night over there, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our villagers. We're going to go ahead and throw them down. One will become the farmer, and the other one will actually just become unemployed, I guess, or unemployed. So the farmer's taking care of the unemployed individual right there. Now, like I said earlier, you can either go ahead and bone meal all of these carrots or potatoes, whatever you guys are using. But I'm just going to go ahead and throw in a few stacks to each of the villagers here so that they go ahead and hopefully start breeding when I make it daytime again. And we're going to go ahead and set it as a day real quickly. And now we just gotta wait for them to go ahead and basically have a food fight, and then they'll start making their love hearts, which that was really quick and perfect timing, and then they should have a baby villager here in just a moment. Alright, baby villager, where you at? There you are. Now what that baby villager will eventually try to do is they will try to run over to the beds because they like to bounce on them. For whatever reason, sometimes, and the reason that we're actually using 5 beds, but you can actually get away with only 3. If you do only have 3 down there, every once in a while, this baby villager will stay here until the nighttime hours. And if they do that, that means you can only produce 1 baby villager every single day, and this farm will actually be able to produce 2. But there you go. He decided that he wanted to go over towards the beds and obviously did not make it. Fell down into the holding chamber, where now it will go ahead and wait until it becomes an adult. So it will stay down here until it becomes an adult. Then once it becomes an adult, basically right where it's standing on that slab or right where it's bouncing up and down, it will hit that water source right above it. It will immediately be taken up and then thrown all the way down in that corner. But now this will take 20 minutes to go ahead and do that. So in order to prevent any type of waiting, we don't want that to happen now. As we can actually break this block right here, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and throw in a villager like that. And what's really nice is see how it's behind the baby villager? All it has to do is do a little bit of pushing, and then it gets sucked up just like you just saw, and then it'll get pushed all the way down into the corner. And if we actually go ahead and just throw in a couple, just so you guys can kind of see what this will actually look like here. Okay, we got a couple mixture of babies and adults, and all the adults will actually go up there, no problem. They'll just barely touch that water source, and they'll just get pulled immediately. Now, there are probably too many baby villagers, but it shouldn't take very long. And then 20 minutes, once they actually all grow up, they'll all get sucked up. And actually, they're being pulled right over that many baby villagers right off the bat. And then you got villagers just ready to have accessible whenever you need them. Now for the very ending of that, how do you guys get the villagers out of there? These are the kind of the materials that you guys will need, like a redstone source and whatnot, in order to pull it. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and place it right there, the stopping block. Then you're going to come up one from the corner piece of glass. Then you're going to come up another two, just like that, so you have a little bit of a staircase. And then obviously I'd recommend at least a couple powered rails so we can get it powered through. And then all you need to do is put another one right there, and then put in your, like, a hopper minecart, and then there you go. It will actually just pull out one at a time every single time. So it's actually very easy to go ahead and just get your villagers out of there. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. But hopefully this does help you guys out, and if it does, make sure that you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. I do have a villager farm breeder that's pretty much exactly like this on my hardcore series, but if you guys want to check out my hardcore series, please go ahead and do that. It's here on the channel. I only have the first 100 days available, but I do have another video coming out very, very soon. But hopefully this full build does help you guys out, and if it does, or if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.